Does your diet play a role in dementia? Well, let's break it down. The most common type of dementia is Alzheimer's disease. So let's take a look at that to keep things simple. Now, Alzheimer's disease has two types. You have the early onset type and you have the late onset type. The early onset type, that one is mostly genetic. So either you have a gene mutation, in which case if you live long enough you'll have Alzheimer's, or you don't, in which case you won't. So it's a kind of all or nothing thing, right? Not really much of a role of diet there. However, the other type, the late onset type, which is also called the sporadic type of Alzheimer's disease, that is not just influenced by genetics, it's also influenced by lifestyle factors. In fact, about 40% of the risk of this type of dementia, this type of Alzheimer's disease, comes from lifestyle factors. And one of those factors is indeed your diet. Now, you might think, how exactly does your diet affect Alzheimer's disease? Because in Alzheimer's disease, you have damage to neurons because of things called amyloid plaques or neurofibrillary tangles, right? So what's the role of diet there? Well, the role of diet there is actually that if you have a good diet, and we're talking about a Mediterranean type of diet, something like that, then that also means that you tend to have better blood supply to the brain because your vasculature is healthier. Better blood supply means better delivery of oxygen and glucose, which also means that your brain can cope with the insult better. So, yes, the damage is still there, but your brain can deal with it in a better way if you have good blood flow. And a good diet, such as the Mediterranean diet, for example, helps you to have good blood flow to your brain, a healthy vasculature. This could mean that you either develop dementia later in life than you otherwise would have, or you have less severe symptoms, or in some cases, if you're lucky, you may even not develop it at all, even though you might have had other risk factors. So, yes, diet definitely does play a role in this type of Alzheimer's disease, this type of dementia.